All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for more One Piece. We got a new chapter today. Kohagen, it's good to see you. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Yo, peoples! Qushu 92 here. Welcome back to yet another live reaction to a chapter of One Piece. Last we left out on, we saw that the kids were being led away due to Killingham's power, and also a combination of Saint Sommer's power keeping anyone from trying to rescue the kids. And of course things get bad, and what ends the chapter is all these nightmares of these children. A handful of them just get completely obliterated by Dorian Broggy, and Scopper Gabbin is joining in to take down all of these children's nightmares, while the Straw Hats go out and try to find out what's happening with the kids. And chaos just continues from there. So here we have, a massive color spread, but it isn't like a traditional manga page. It is literally the characters from the anime. Literally the Straw Hat crew from the anime watching TV, just watching Luffy in his Gear 5 state on TV. Everyone's chilling watching TV except for Zoro, who's just chilling and drinking. He's chilling and drinking while everyone else is just watching TV. All the Straw Hats. Okay, interesting. Have we ever had like a front page where it is the characters like the Straw Hat Crew's illustration from the anime rather than it being from the manga? Also, I saw what you said earlier, Kohagen, that we're going on break. Yeah, I definitely noted that. Chapter 1145, Wildfire in Forest Sector 2, Branch Route 8. And is this the longest title we've had for a One Piece chapter? Wildfire in Forest Chapter 2. Wildfire in Forest Sector 2, Branch Route 8. Kind of reminds me... It kind of reminds me of the title for Shinjuku Showdown or Shibuya Showdown. No, it was a show. What was it? What was the titles called in Jujutsu Kaisen? Where it was like Shinjuku Showdown, part 30 and something. It was like long titles for Jujutsu Kaisen. But yeah, Chapter 1145, Wildfire in Forest Sector 2, Branch Route 8. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 30, Pepe's Still Alive. So, Ulti and Page 1 were unaccounted for when Yamato came in and beat up pretty much everyone inside of the building, rescuing Minamoto and Minatomo and all the women that were kidnapped as well. But now we have them here as Page 1 is currently unconscious and Ulti is just holding him in her arms. CDs, good to see you, and Ogata. I just wanted to pop over to chat. I just wanted to pop over in chat and just see you guys. It's good to see all of you and every single person here. Sorry, there is something just laying on my eye. There's a lot of pollen outside, and eyelashes are falling out, so I gotta be careful of that. Why are they so small and thin? Well, yeah, now we have Ulti and Page 1. But they're injured. They've suffered some scrapes and some cuts and some wounds because of Who's Who. And Who's Who is currently unaccounted for. And now we cut to like this giant, I want to say brachiosaur? We cut to this giant brachiosaur as we're in the underworld. Because remember, Loki's being tended to and healed of his wounds. And now we got this big giant dinosaur that is in front of Goldberg. Here he comes, Nash! Huh? Wait! And Goldberg's shield is speaking. Huh? This shouldn't surprise me, though. This shouldn't surprise me. But his shield is speaking and is all like, here it comes, Nash! Here it comes, Nash! Huh? Wait! And the brachiosaur growls and it just runs face first into Goldberg's shield, which also seems to grow in size to the point where it's even bigger than Goldberg. Is this the power of a devil fruit? Does this Joker got a devil fruit power in his shield? Swords, I believe. We've seen cannons. But does this thing have a devil? Does his shield have a devil fruit inside of it? Why is his shield speaking and talking? But it slams into the shield and he goes, "No!" And then we get, ooh, wow. We haven't had a combo attack between Zoro and Sanji in so long. And the thing is, we haven't seen Sanji launch anyone using his leg in a very long time. It has been forever. Because Sanji is going, "Arme Delia," and Zoro's got his swords up while he's on Sanji's leg, and while the Brachiosaur is screaming in pain because apparently it broke a whole bunch of teeth slamming straight into Goldberg's shield, "Arme Delia, assault!" And he just kicks Zoro in one direction, kind of similar to the speed that Orlumbus threw Zoro away back in Dressrosa, and sends Zoro flying towards a Brachiosaur, and Zoro just instantly cuts this thing, decapitates this thing. Instantly. And then we get Sanji going, "This looks like good eating. I mean, it's huge even compared to giants." And then Goldberg comes in with his very slurred speech going, "Groggy sauce is considered a delicacy. It takes a while to carve off all the fat, but it's great when it's stewed in alcohol." "Yeah, but you didn't bring any of that with us, right?" "There's a whole Oh, okay, I just want to make sure I said this right, because there's a whole set of cooking tools in the hunting shed. Let's look up for some aromatic herbs on the way back. Now, mind you, his words are being all slurred like this just a little bit. He has, there's a whole set of cooking utensils in the back. Let's look for some aromatic herbs on the way back. So he's speaking like that, but he's not drunk though. He has this kind of speech like this, you know. "There's a whole set of cooking tools in the hunting shed. Let's look for some aromatic herbs on the way back." And then we get Zoro, who asks the question of, "Hey, what's the deal with this guy, huh? Is it a devil fruit?" "That shield came to life like that way back years ago when my dad went on the expedition to vanquish Big Mom." "Big Mom? It's a homie! His shield is a homie!" His shield's a homie. Also, your dad went on an expedition to vanquish Big Mom, so the Giants did not let her killing Chief Yorl lightly. They didn't forget about it. They sent a crew of Giants to go and kill her. And Goldberg's dad was on this position and came back with the talking shield. "That shield came to life like that way back years ago when my dad went on the expedition to vanquish Big Mom." "Big Mom? Oh, so he's like Zeus then." "What? You guys know Mr. Zeus? He's like one of the most exalted homies." Now he's a manservant to our navigator." "What?" And then we cut to Loki talking about the Holy Knights. "Holy Knights?" "That's right. They showed up here." And then we get Harutin going, "Humans from the world government? You're saying that's who beat you this badly?" And Loki's being quiet. And he's huffing and puffing and going, "That's what I'm saying. You must have given them reason to seek revenge when you were rampaging beyond the sea." "Don't be stupid. If I'd gotten far enough to run into them when I was out there, I'd be the king of the world by now." And then we get Luffy going, "Knights from the world government? Hey, you guys! Look what we caught! Whoa, that's huge! And it's Goldberg carrying the body of the Brachiosaurus. Brachiosaurus. Did they name a dinosaur after Broggy? I'm just now realizing. Did they just name a dinosaur after Broggy? Whoa, that's huge! No, sorry, not Broggy, Groggy. Groggysaurus. I'm sorry, let me correct myself before you guys do. Whoa, that's huge! It's a Groggysaurus. Tasty and nutritious. I delivered the killing blow. You should have been there. I never seen such a graceful soaring broccoli. Already just trying to throw hands. You're here amongst friends. Calm down. Did you collect enough fallen trees? And then we get Stanson going, yep, got a nice pile going. Thanks for the hunt. There we go. Nice and cooked. And everyone is eating the Brachiosaurus. Not Brachiosaurus. It's the Groggysaurus. It's not just for you. Oh, right. Eat up, Loki. And Luffy just slams a piece of very hot meat directly on the face of Loki, going, "Yeah, you're burning me! Be careful." And then Gerd goes, "Be careful of his wounds, Luffy." And then Loki screams out, "Are you trying to kill me?" Hey, you're looking better already. Anyway, you need to eat if you want to recover. And Loki is just eating his food, still has the bandages over his eyes. Ugh. It's hard to swallow lying on my back. You can't sit me up first. Jeez, so fussy. And then Loki sits up. He starts to sit up. And he's coughing again. Got something stuck in your throat? Hang on a sec. I'll bring you soup. Ow, hot. And Luffy is carrying the soup, and it's literally burning his hands, but Loki's all like, I can see it bubbling from here. Stay away from me! And Luffy trips, apparently, and splashes the soup directly on him. He has more burns than ever before. Get him away from me! See, I told you, Luffy ain't what you want, Loki. He'll probably be a menace to you in fighting, but he's just as big of a menace just being around you. Now Loki understands that it's like Loki is Mr. Wilson and Luffy is Dennis the Menace. It's essentially like that. Hey, Mr. Loki! It's literally that. He has more burns than before. Get him away from me. And then Gerd goes, hey, Luffy. Sorry, I didn't mean to. And then Gerd is just giving him the thumbs up because, since Loki is a criminal and everyone hates Loki, him getting burned is okay in her eyes. Mind you, she's also a doctor. You too, Gerd. What did this guy do to make all the giants hate him so much? I'm guessing he was lying when he made that promise with Luffy. And then Loki gets up and goes, Where to find redhead now? Where to find red hair now? Sorry, but I wasn't lying about that. And then Zoro goes, We'll be the judge of that. Go on and tell us. What should I tell you when you haven't upheld your end of the bargain and unlocked my last chain? You really want to meet red hair that badly, eh? I suppose I understand how it feels to idolize a pirate you met when you're just a lad. Oh. Sorry about that. Family was talking about food. Let me get back to Loki. I know. Thank you for being so patient. Oh, I see Ozzy. I'm just checking over on chat. Let me see. I see subject number 35. I see 308. And I see Ozzy as well. It's good to see everyone. I'll look through chat. Again once I'm done with the chapter, but let me focus. Where to find the redhead now? Sorry, but I wasn't lying about that. We'll be the judge of that. Go on and tell us. What should I tell you when you haven't upheld your end of the bargain and unlocked my last chain? You really want to meet red-haired that badly, eh? I suppose I'd understand how it feels to idolize a pirate you just met. You met when you were just a lad. And Harudin is quiet. I need to put my phone on silent just in case someone tries to call me again. And Harudin is quiet. And then Luffy goes, "You make it sound like you feel the same way about someone." Yes, I did. And it pains me that I was only a boy at the time. And then it cuts to a flashback of a young Loki, a kid Loki, as he goes, "Take me with you!" And then another individual is walking away from him going, "I didn't come here to meet a whelp like you. Stop making me repeat myself." "Fight me then!" And Kid Loki says, "Fight me then!" What? And it shows Kid Loki badly beaten. Hold up. I'm trying to make out who this silhouette is. Who is that? Oh! Oh! Oh my God! I knew it! That person was... Okay. I had a feeling I knew who this was. And I was looking at the silhouette, and they had like sharp corners coming out from their head. That is Whitebeard! But it wasn't Whitebeard who beat him! It was Rocks! Rocks rolled up. Loki, oh. Yeah, that's Whitebeard. He says, "You didn't have to use a blade on a kid." Shut up, Newgate. So that means that the voice I gave before, that was Rocks. Loki was talking to Rocks back then. When he was a child, he was speaking to Rocks. Take me with you. I didn't come here to meet a whelp like you. Stop making me repeat myself. Fight me then. What? And apparently, Rocks beat the brakes off of Loki, and apparently used a sword to do it. I think he stabbed Loki he stabbed Kid Loki. He stabbed him. You didn't have to use a blade on a kid. Shut up, Newgate. And it shows Rocks walking away with Whitebeard. They were in Elbaf. Rocks was everywhere. And then we cut back to the present with Loki going, "I was born in the wrong era." And then we cut back to Dorian Bragi as they're taking down all of the nightmares. "The Druggers are like soldiers. Ga ba 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 ba. So many ghosts too. Just the thing kids would be afraid of. Wipe them all out." And Dory, Bragi, and everyone, including Scopper Gavin, they're all taking down these nightmares. Ah! Is that meant to be Loki? And then Gavin jumps up going, "I'll handle him. Mr. Ya!" And while he's jumping in the air, he's spinning both of his axes, and then he proceeds to obliterate an entire hole through this nightmare. Good thing those are based on a child's imagination. Would they be stronger if the kids knew the real thing? Oh wait, good thing these are based on a child's imagination. Would they be stronger if the kids knew the real thing? I'd rather not find out. There are more of them now. 3. A trio of abnormal voices. They can try to hide, but I still feel them.
If even Elbaf isn't safe anymore, then it's truly the end of days.
Bro. A trio of abnormal voices. They can try to hide, but I still feel them. Gabin can sense the holy knights. Now, the thing is, Voices is boldened here. Voices are in bold here. Is he saying? Don't tell. There's no way. Don't tell me. No, I don't want to assume that Gabin has the voice of all things like Roger did. I don't want to assume that. I don't want to think that. But if that's not the case, then that also means that his observation haki is incredibly strong. Like, incredibly sensitive.
There are more of them now. 3. A trio of abnormal voices. They can try to hide, but I can still feel them. If even Elbaf isn't safe anymore, then it's truly the end of days.
And then we cut back to the firefighting team. Open the sea cloud hoses! Will this even work? The flames are simply massive! And then we get... Then we get Saul. Firefighters, I'm glad y'all made it, but could you pick it up a little? The valves are all the way open. It's the strongest stream we got. And the children keep walking towards the flames. Put out the fire! You can do it! Get them flames out! I'm begging you! Then we get Sommers and Gunko watching all of this.
Look at that, Gunko. The kids are about to burn to death. What happens? Will they wake up?
Then Gunko speaks.
They'll wake up from the heat, wail, and cry for their parents, and be consumed by flames and burned into bones, I suppose. I assume.
How about that? Now that's emotion!
Oh! Oh! Then we get someone going,
Sea Cloud!
What's wrong, firefighters? It's not going out. We're at maximum output. We're out of options. We're out of options. Stop, children. And then we get Sommers laughing. And then we get the children starting to walk into the flames.
Sea Cloud? Iponzioi! Shoulder throw!
And it's Jinbei coming in for the fire dousing save since Wano. And we just see Saul's eyes filled with tears as he goes,
There, that should do it. Was that in time?
Over here! Hop on!
Hup. And then Jinbei jumps off as all the sea clouds get doused completely over the flames, just in a massive watery explosion. So, the threat for the children being burned alive, gone.
Way to go, Jinbei!
I've got the chills. And then it just shows the water exploding over the fire, with Kowloon going,
Wow!
And the firefighters are shocked. Saul is shocked. Robin is watching on with Chopper. The wildfire in Forest Sector 2, Branch 8 has been put out, and the kids are all safe. The children weren't harmed by the flames, but they're still marching onward.
That was a close one. We believed in you.
Well done, firefighters! And it's Dory, Bragi, and Kashi saying that. Then we get the other ones going,
The guardian deities of Elbaf. It wasn't us, but at least they're safe. No kidding.
Then we get Chopper.
Did you see that, Robin? Did you see that, Robin? Did you see that, Robin? Jinbei must be nearby. That was so cool, Jinbei! So cool! Thank you, Jinbei.
It's nothing.
The kids at school all hate me, but I think of them as my friends. That's so sweet, Kowloon.
And this is Nami speaking to Kowloon.
We're gonna save them together. Yeah!
And then it cuts to Gunko, who is on the bow of the ship, as she goes,
So I suppose the school isn't the only place.
What? Who's that?
To find a perky child.
Oh, Oh goodness. They're facing off against the Straw Hats already. Gunko has already found her way to Kowloon's ship. Kowloon, out of all the... And that's where the chapter ends. Gunko is right there in front of everyone now. Out of all the children you see in front of you to try and take hostage, this is the wrong one. This is not the one you want to take. Not because of his mom, but also because of his dad. This is the wrong child to try and take. This was a good chapter. You got me out of my chair. You got me out of my chair. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, this was such a good chapter. All right, everybody. Let me go back through chat and see what you said. Ozzy, greeting fellow peoples. Made it just in time. Kind of reminds me of Big Mom. I'm sure that Shield has some type of connection with Lin Lin. Hey, Ozzy, long time no see. How you doing? You smash my thumb at... There's nothing worse than smashing your digits with something. Let's see. You said it, Ozzy, which means he's dead. Yep. In my mind, I feel like Goldberg has a lisp. Yeah, I think it is as well. He's all like, oh, we can get you a set of tools from the shed over there. So it's more like, it's not it's not a Mike Tyson type lisp, but it's one where it has the SH at the end of some of his words, just a little bit. It's all like, yo, people's Qushu 92 here with yet another chapter of One Piece. It's like that. This is the most carrying Luffy ever. Normally he's gonna sleep. Perfect analogy. So I guess that would make Gerd Margaret. Just a bit. Ravi, good to see you. Ogata. Rocks. Is that Whitebeard? That's Whitebeard. Whitebeard and Rocks. It's that threw me off. That threw me off so much. So, wow, so Loki's disposition towards pirates went down the gutter the moment Rocks beat his behind. Loki had a mess around and find out, and he went the more you mess around, the more you're gonna find out. So he found out from Rocks, who has no scruples against apparently stabbing children because it shows a sword embedded in Loki's stomach as a child after Rocks beat him down. And even Whitebeard was all like, you didn't have to stab the kid. Shut up, Whitebeard. Shut up, Newgate. Rocks was there. Rocks was in Elbaf and he met Loki. That was something. So that means Lin Lin was probably there as well, but they probably told her to stay on the ship due to her history with the giants on Elbaf. Yeah, they probably told Big Mom to stay on the ship because she would have been a liability with all the other giants. They would have been fighting mad. His hockey is on another level. I think his observation hockey is just that good. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. It's not the voice of all things, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't just double down on the thought that it was the voice of all things, but I just put that idea out there. But it's more than likely that it's just that he has an absurdly strong level of observation hockey, because he can hear the voices of Somers, Killingham, and Gunko. Even though they're trying to hide themselves, he's able to sense them. I mean, we should have known that his ability to sense abnormal hockey from the moment they showed up at Elbaf. He sensed that. While everyone else was already busy doing what they're doing, enjoying themselves, partying, even Luffy and all of his high-powered crewmates who are capable of having very strong observation hockey, they weren't able to sense anyone at all while they were there, but Gavin was able to easily sense them. Let's see. You could be onto something there. Let's see. Maybe Rocks was the one who defeated the giant pursuing Lin Lin and recruited her. Was there a giant? Oh, wait a minute. No, Subject, you might be onto something there. Because think about it. Goldberg said that there was an expedition sent out for his dad to go and vanquish Lin. So who's to say that when this giant was bearing down on Big Mom back then, that Rock showed up? But then again, was this around the time when Lin was growing as a pirate? Because giants age very slowly. Even as a child, he's probably like in his 30s, but we humans age at like a normal rate, so could that have been? Now I'm wondering about the expedition of Goldberg's dad going to take down Big Mom. Now you got me thinking. Now I got to think about it. And since we're going on break, I got to think about that for the rest of this week and past the next one as well. What else have you guys said? Let's see. Here's Gunko. It's time for Usopp to battle up. Let's go, Sogeking. Right subject. Don't touch Kowloon. You will regret it. Let Mr. Yaw find out. So Jinbei versus Gunko, Sanji versus Killingham, and Zoro versus Somers. Possible matchup, but we don't know what level of swordsmanship. Somers has. But I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't. I wouldn't be surprised if it does incorporate his thorn fruit into it, because his handle for his sword is also spiky as well. So that's something that I kind of thought about. Let's see. So Jinbei versus Gunga is like a Rocky slur speech like. Yeah, it's all like, yeah, my father went on this expedition to go and vanquish Big Mom. Yeah. Yo, Adrian, I did it. Yeah, that's what my father told me. This is one of what, you know, Mr. Zeus. This is one of the most exalted homies. What? It's a servant to your navigator. So it's all like, so it's like that. I get what you mean. I wonder Loki will have a second thought if Luffy offers him a position to be the 10th pirate. I mean, every crew has a giant and fishman. But here's my thing, though. How is that? If that were to ever happen, Luffy would need a much larger ship. See, Loki is a giant to giants. So that means the Sunny would definitely not be able to hold him at all. He would need his own special boat, and he would definitely need a boat since he is also a Devil Fruit user. This isn't a matter of him just walking through water. He's not San Juan Wolf who's able to do that, despite being a Devil Fruit user. But, I mean, he's big, but he too big for the Sunny. I dare say that he is, I want to say, roughly maybe half the size of the Vegapunk robot that was able to easily pick up the Sunny. Maybe half the size of that. But he's not small enough to fit on there. I mean, I think Gunko will find the hard way who Gabin is. If he touches his kid. I thought the Marine had her. No. The Marines did not have Big Mom. Mother Caramel was trying to sell the children, including giant children, to the Navy as well. Now, we had some giants who went to the Navy, and they make up the giant squad of the Marines, of the Navy itself. They make up the giant squad, but it wasn't Big Mom who went to the Navy, because after she, implied, ate everybody, she pretty much fled. She pretty much fled and built her own crew from there. So no, she wasn't with the Marines at all. Mother Caramel tried to sell her to the Marines because of her strength and because she was just an abnormally strong child back then, but she never made it that far. Mother Caramel was also thinking like how much money she'd be able to get for an abnormally strong child like Lin being given over to the world government. But that never came to pass because Mother Caramel died because she suffered a very horrible fate. Like, can you imagine being eaten alive by Big Mom? Big Mom of all people? Who's, you know what? We're not going to go down this road. We're not. I think it's unlikely. Was Loki born before or after Big Mom left Elbaf? Loki was born during the time Lin went on her hunger rampage. Yeah, because it was also stated in the chapters that Loki was born pretty much around the same time. Around that time when Big Mom was going on a rampage. That's when Loki was born. So it was just like bad event after bad event for the Giants that they just remember too often. Dory and Broggy were probably on that expedition as well. I wouldn't be surprised. I was thinking the same thing, CD. Since Sebek turned him down, Luffy would gladly accept Loki as a crewmate. Remember Frankie become a ship? Frankie become a ship? Like if Loki's too big, Frankie could just become Frankie Mark 70 in the bad future? In the far future? Is that what you mean? Maybe Gabin knows how to fight the Holy Knights or the Five Elders and tell Luffy and his crew also love the Salone impression. Well, thank you. I enjoy doing these voices for all of you. I enjoy reading for all of you. And I'm probably going to be doing a lot more reading in the future. Just keep your eyes on that. But this was a very good chapter. Also, like, when's the last time we had mention of rocks? It was back when we were seeing like the events of the God Valley incident when Rox and his crew rolled up to steal back those devil fruits that basically the world government took from them. That was the last time Loki, Goldberg, and Rhoda were all born the same day. What a horrible day to share with someone like Loki that they all despise. But at least one thing I find interesting about this chapter is, for all we know, 1096, I think. Yeah, it's been a while. Thank you, Ogata. Ogata has that encyclopedic knowledge of which chapter refers to what. Ogata is my teching. He is my teching while he is here. I know we have a teching 101, but Ogata is my teching because he remembers so many different chapters and where certain things happen within chapters, even when I don't remember. I appreciate you. You're one of the greatest mods I have ever had, and I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you, because you helped me. And it came out October 30th, 2023. Wow, it's been so long. It's been so long since that chapter. But what I like about this chapter is we see some semblance of actual character to Loki. Like, it's not even all we know of Loki is, all we've seen of Loki is just, he's just there. He wants to destroy the world and wreak havoc and rampage and everything. But here we see that there was a time when he would have revered pirates had Rox not beat him into the ground and almost killed him. As a child. See, that's the thing. That's the thing that gets me. Rox beat Loki, who was already bigger than most giants. Most adult giants. And he just proceeded to body this guy. Proceeded to body him. And that alone traumatized Loki and made him hate pirates. So I'm pretty sure that when he got beaten by Shanks, who was just a regular human to him, that just fueled his discontent with human beings and why human beings are basically lesser than him. I wondered, and I'm sure he eavesdropped the convo with Rox and Whitebeard with their father. We don't even know if Rox was there to speak to King Harold, though. The Rox pirates could have just been there exploring, trying to find information from different places. But then again, they could have been speaking to King Harold, but we don't know. We don't know. I wonder, and I'm sure he's dropped with the convo with Rox and Whitebeard of their father and learned some important info as what he probably wanted to go with them. Maybe they seen giants fight is why Rox knocked him down. Maybe Loki was really tough and Zebix had to go the hard way on him. Possibly. That had to be... I mean, he does have ancient giant blood within him, which means that... that ancient giant blood made him a lot hardier, which means that Rox had to, maybe go a little extra just to prove a point, but who knows. Let's see, also unrelated to One Piece, but Bricky just released a 2 hours all Warhammer factions new version with more deep dives into each faction. Will you be interested to watch it? Absolutely. It's been a hot minute since we had a stream where I'm just watching Warhammer stuff. Yeah, we can do that. I'll be happy to. I enjoy those with you guys. And it's plus it's a good way to bring in new people to like the channel with me reacting to Warhammer stuff. because it has been a while. It has been a while since I've uploaded some Warhammer stuff for you guys. So yeah, we'll do it. But this was a good chapter. I enjoyed it. Now with CDs, I want to address what you're saying. So you're saying that you wonder if he's sure he's dropped a convo with Rox, Whitebeard, and their father, but we don't even know if they were even talking to his father. So while that's a nice thought, there's currently no grounds to point in that direction. We just know that the Rox pirates were there and Elbaf. That's all we know. By the way, episodes 1124 airs tonight. Another episode is dropping? I thought it was supposed to be next Saturday. Like this upcoming Saturday. Another episode drops tonight? Really? Another episode of One Piece, 1124. Oh. Episode 1124 of One Piece is set to air today. Marks the second half of the series' two-part premiere of Egghead Island Part 2. Oh, wait. 10:15 a.m.? Is it out now? Hold on, let me see. It's out now! It's the episode's out now! Okay. All right. So that means I got to do Sakamoto days, eat some food, and then do my reaction to 1124. Fine. Y'all don't want me to rest. Okay, I see you don't want me to rest at all. I see ya. Yeah, y'all about to make me work hard. Y'all about to make me work hard for this ad revenue. Fine. We'll do it live. We'll do it. Fine. It's already out on Crunchyroll. Yep. My nerd, I also mentioned that because it could be why Harudin or whoever assumed Loki unalive the king. A lot of mixed up information happened. Yeah, but as I said, there are no grounds to point in that direction quite yet. We don't know why the Rox Pirates was there, so we can't just assume they're there for a reason without other things to point in that direction quite yet. So that's the reason why I don't do too much theory crafting, because I need information that is a confirmation. I can't go off of assumptions. No West for the Riri. Hey, I gotta pay for that Nintendo Switch 2 and Donkey Kong Bonanza somehow. I mean, this is my only job, so I'm willing to put in the work. Y'all don't even know. I'm ready. You think I'm tired? I'll sleep when I'm done with everything today. And not a moment before. It was supposed to have been an hour, but they broke it in two. I'm actually fine with that, because that episode probably wouldn't have gone up until 1 o'clock. But yeah, overall, this was a good chapter. The fact that we saw we still don't get Rox's face though. Like we get him walking with Whitebeard. We don't even get his face, but we get him walking with Whitebeard here in Elbaf. But we have Gabin and Dory and Broggy just taking down the nightmares. One important thing that I have to say about this chapter is the fact that the children have been rescued. Well, the children are out of harm's way with the fire. Let me see. Have you known the theory Gunko might be Bonnie's mom clone? I can't remember her name. Do you mean Ginny? Is that who you're talking about, Ginny? I have not heard that theory. And I don't know how I feel about it. Love the Donkey Kong reaction. Oh, look, Donkey Kong Bonanza. I will be playing it. It will be a full series on this channel. That'll probably be the only Switch 2 game that I buy at the moment, because everything else I can just get for regular Switch, because, it'll run just fine. But Donkey Kong Bonanza, it is definitely going to be something that I play on this channel. So remember to become a member, so that way I can get a Switch 2 and a game. I'm just serious. But in all seriousness, getting back on track here, This was a good chapter. We're going on break, and now we have Gunko face-to-face with Kowloon and some members of the Straw Hats. So now we have a Holy Knight who has already decided to step in because the Straw Hats decided to step in. But yeah, the theory going around now is Gunko is a member of the Revolutionary Army. Interesting. I'm going to say this towards that theory. If it turns out that Gunko is in fact a member of the Revolutionary Army, that would have to be the most professional undercover work we've seen since Stussy infiltrated CP0. Heard that too because of the goggles? Stop thinking the goggles means that a person's part of the Revolutionary Army. The goggles ain't got jack to do with it. It's just goggles on the hat. It's just goggles. Goggles are not a telltale sign. Oh, they're wearing goggles. Revolutionary Army! Revolutionary! They're wearing goggles! Y'all gotta stop that. Y'all gotta stop that. If it's true, then the God Knights really suck. That would be the mother of all infiltrations. Y'all gotta stop thinking that just because goggles are on top of a person's hat, just because you've seen it with Sabo, just because we've seen it with with Lindbergh, just because we've seen it with Koala, means that anyone who has goggles on their hat is a member of the Revolutionary Army. You ain't got nothing to do with it! Just mere coincidence! And I'll stick with that. I'll stick with it. But overall, I enjoy this chapter. We're going on break, so that means the only chapter you guys will be getting next week, after I'm done with Sakamoto Days, is Sakamoto Days for the next upcoming Sunday. So I'll get a little breathing room there. So you know what, so you know what things, I'm gonna let you guys have it. I love talking to you guys. But overall, I enjoyed today's reading. And I know I said overall a whole lot. Yeah, this was good. I'm still with mine what I said the other day. You go ahead. Enjoy yourself. But thank you for making this such an amazing reaction to do with all of you guys. I know it seems a little bit odd for people who are new here that I'm not showing what I'm seeing simply because I don't want to run into any copyright troubles, but I'm glad you guys get to get the story conveyance from me and my storytelling and the voices that I do. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed all the same. Hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you, and because I know you're coming back anyway. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later peoples, on to Sakamoto Days!